The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I watched this movie all the way through to make this video, and it might be the best movie out of the Conjuring series. The Conjuring 2, The Conjuring 1, Annabelle, The Nun, it might be the best. It has the best written plot and the best written ending. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people will disagree, and I know why. It's not scary at all. And I wanted this movie to be ass. I kind of needed the movie to be ass so I can name my video The Conjuring. The devil made me make this movie. But I'm real, and I want to give y'all my real opinion. But like I said, is it scary? Hell no. I've been more scared watching Casper the Friendly Ghost. Cause why are you a bald child haunting me? Are you here for my hair? I had more goosebumps watching Goosebumps. My mom, with a period and a belt in her hand, put more fear in my heart than this
Bloody
movie.
Mary.
Because I don't think it's a horror movie. It's more like a Lifetime Christian detective movie. That don't make it any less good though. The plot is thicker, more complex than the first two by far. Let me break it down. It starts with an exorcism of a young boy named David. And the only time the pastor showed up is when the demon was haunting a little boy. The first two movies, it was little girls. But when the little boy gets haunted, the Catholic pastor want to show up. Y'all are not beating the Herbert allegations.
Fat ass
I'm
back here.
watching the Catholic Church with a stern eye after these movies because it seems like y'all don't give a damn about nothing but one thing. But during the exorcism, which looks like the exorcism from the exorcism movie, but during it, this boy was going crazy. He was going stupid. He was stabbing his dad. He gave Ed a heart attack. This demon was possessing this kid severely. But the brother David had a sister who had a boyfriend whose name was Arnie. Arnie, he's a bit of a dumbass, an anus, Arnie the anus, if you will, because he grabbed the possessed child with the demon inside of him and he said, "Take me, take me." The demon transferred over to the young man and out of the little boy. And as soon as that happened, the pastor left with Ed to see about his heart attack. But ain't that crazy that I'm pretty sure y'all saw the demon being transferred into the kid and didn't do shit about it until Ed woke up and said, "We need to contact Arnie." Because the priest failed this kid, he ended up taking somebody's life because of demonic possession. And that's the same thing his lawyers said in court. Ed and Lorraine convinced Arnie's lawyer to say in court, "Your Honor, he was possessed by the devil." You know how sick I would be if I'm going to jail for life and my lawyer uses that argument? I did it by demon possess. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. But it's up to Ed and Lorraine to find some evidence. So they go back to the house that they was originally exercising. They look in the basement and they found a skull. And this skull means that this movie is different from all the rest because this isn't a demon that just slipped on a banana peel and found this family. This family was cursed by a person, a human, a witch. And in order to find this witch, Ed and Lorraine were recommended to a retired pastor who lives on a farm. And going to that farm, they found out about the curse. Well, I'm not sure if it went in that order, but they found that the curse makes you kill somebody and then it makes you kill yourself. And what reason is this person doing this? For the love of the game. Chaos. That's the only That's the only thing that's kind of like, you really doing this for no reason? And that's not the worst part. Ed and Lorraine get a call from the cops from another district. And he said that the case of the skull sound exactly like the case that happened with these two little girls. A girl had killed her friend and now she's missing. So Ed and Lorraine have to find the body to get some evidence so they can trade with the police. But when they get there, there's this black policeman who looks like Carl Winslow with a little bit of hair. He says, "Oh, I don't know. Y'all gonna have to come with some stuff in reality. Y'all gonna have to come with some evidence that we can use." And to that I say, if you don't believe in demons or anything, which this police officer obviously didn't, why the fuck would you call on demonologists to help you?
Order in the court. Your client has been accused of pinching an old lady on the ass because, quote, she pinched me on my cheek. How do you plead? Your Honor, my client pleads not guilty due to the possession of an African horny ghost named Vaduki.
Oh, God.
What? Oh, y'all playing. We don't need no jury. We don't need to deliberate. I'm giving this nigga 25 years.
That's like me being a Christian and calling on atheists to help me demon slay. Why did you do that? But Lorraine, she takes over. Like Lorraine, by the way, Ed, he's on a cane now. He looks like he's pimping in the name of the Lord. So Lorraine is doing 70% of the work, which is actually normal. Like she's doing most of the work in most of the movies because she got the vision. And she uses that vision to find the little girl in the bottom of the ocean. RIP. But the police give Ed and Lorraine the evidence to help them with the Arnie case. And Arnie, he's in jail, not only fighting for his ass, but fighting for his life. Imagine fighting demons and booty bandits at the same time. Oh my God, them demons trying to run a train on that boy. But Ed and Lorraine realize that the evidence ain't enough, so they break into the precinct so they can touch the dead little girl to get a connection to the witch that's behind all this. Lorraine is able to see her. They make a connection. But this kind of fucks up them up a little bit because now the witch, her name is Esla. She knows where Ed and Lorraine is and where they stay. And later on that night, she and Sid a skull to them. She's cursing them. But before Ed was able to get Lorraine off this dead body and break the connection, there was a fat ass dead guy that came running towards her, which is scary as hell. That dead guy came back to torment Ed while he was possessed, and he almost ended up stabbing Lorraine because of this curse. So this curse is something serious. I think it's actually stronger than most of the hauntings, especially Valak, because you can't say her name and offer. You got to actually do something. So what they do, they go back to the retired pastor's home, and they find out that the retired pastor gave birth to the witch, Elsa.
Say what?
She kind of has a cool backstory. Let me explain. So the pastor, he was fucking and he had a daughter. And pastors aren't supposed to be fucking, which is why that's the worst job ever. Ever. They say that God gives his hardest assignment to his strongest soldiers, but nah, I gotta let my balls breathe. I couldn't be no pastor. I'll pray to you, my Lord, but nah, I can't do all that.
The church couldn't know.
I know what boys like. I know what guys want. I know what boys like. Boys like. Boys like me.
But as Lorraine and the pastor were talking, Esla ended up showing up and killing her father, slitting his throat in cold blood, the coldest of blood. So what Lorraine ended up doing, she went to find the seance table that the pastor told her about to go break it. So it's pretty much a cat and mouse game now. Esla is chasing Lorraine. Lorraine is trying to get to the podium. Soon, Ed shows up. Ed shows up with his cripping ass to help. But he sees Lorraine and he looks closer. It turns out to be Esla. and she blows some demonic blow in his face, and that makes him go berserk and try to kill Lorraine again. But with the power of love and the power of you're not getting no pussy tonight if I'm dead, Ed breaks the curse and ended up breaking the demonic table. So the demon comes and gets Esla. Happy ending. But what happened?
Arnie.
He went to jail, of course, but only 5 years. So life, the death sentence, only getting 5 years. That's a happy ending. And he stayed married. That would not have happened with no nigga. If I, as a nigga, went into the court and said, I was possessed by a demon, judge would be like, Blackie, you are the demon. 15,000 years. That's what I'm getting. But I think it's just crazy how the pastor daughter was the villain, which makes sense. The pastor's daughters, they be wildin', not even gonna lie to you. Imagine going to confessions, and having to tell the pastor, hey, your daughter, she's a eater. She's a succubus. She sucked my soul away from me. Can you get it back from her? That would be so crazy. I couldn't. But this movie, like I said, it was good. I enjoyed it. I give it 7.5. I want to give my ratings a little stern, a little harsh. But yeah, like I said, if you haven't watched it, go see it. Don't expect to be scared. Expect to be entertained. There's a lot more stuff happening in this movie rather than just being a family and there's a ghost in the house. It breaks away from the formula a little bit, and I respect it for it. It gave me something new. But until next time, I'll see y'all later. Love you. Peace.